seems like I...
Thank you, family thousands who are trapped in this
Dr. Dr. Mario, I guess. I don't know what your name is. Well, the script says.
You don't remember my name. Come on, man. You gotta get the script right.
Dr. Lightgun. Yes, Dr. Lightgun.
Okay.
In the script.
Okay. You won't know who I am. And the reason why I'm messing with this controller does not matter right now. All that matters is you must review this game. You must review this game, the game that is before you right now. If you do not review it, the whole world will be at stake, and I will rule the world for it. I just love being evil. I don't have no motivation, I just love being evil, and it doesn't make no sense, I know, but I love being evil, you know. What do you say? Oh shit! You bitch.
Well, hello everybody, welcome to episode of Let's Make It Better, where everybody's on vacation except me. So, seeing that everybody on vacation, it's time for me to do something weird. We're going to talk about duck hunt. See, I always wanted to talk about duck hunt, and I really wanted to do it. And seeing that we can talk about, we're going to have to review Duck Hunt through the, we're going to review Duck Hunt through the years. So this video might be a little, so mind you people, before we start, there is no gameplay because it is hard to get the NES footage of Duck Hunt onto the screen because it's very tough. So you're probably going to see still footage, but mind you guys, I am a Duck Hunt expert. So let's go ahead and go through the years of Duck Hunt. And we're going to talk about the history of not only the toy it was, but where it could be impacted right now.
Well, guys, here we go. History of Duck Hunt through the years. To start off with Duck Hunt, people, we got to start off with the toy Duck Hunt, which was released in 1977. It was an interesting idea where it was a basic point and shoot laser gun where you literally see the target and you shoot it. Now, this is a real good novelty item. I mean, in 1977, I mean, you didn't have certain things like this. I mean, at the time you had stuff like Atari and everything, but it was nothing like this where you see a toy. I mean, you can see Nintendo was taking steps in the direction of it, and this is good. This is a good thing to. It was a good item to have, and it literally laid. But the reason why I talk about it is it laid the foundation for Duck Hunt, and it really did. It laid the foundation down for what we see as Duck Hunt today. Now we move in a little bit further. October 18th, 1985. When the NES released one of their selling consoles that starter games was, you guessed it, Duck Hunt. Now Duck Hunt was a very, very good game. It was a successful game. It was some would say it's I don't know, I keep hearing that it's the best selling game of the NES. It utilized the zapper. It utilized the object called the NES Zapper. Now, what makes the NES Zapper an interesting concept of gaming tool is the NES Zapper literally allows you to, like I said, I gotta explain a little bit more science to you. Now, if you use a regular screen TV, you're probably wondering why when I hook it up to my when I hook it up to my 4K television or a flat screen plastic screen TV, it won't work. Well, it won't work for that reason. Remember back in the day when you had TVs, and when you would touch the TV, it would literally feel like something was, like electricity was flowing out it? Well, that's what that's what the laser gun did. It literally took the rays off of that and literally hit a spot. which was a white spot, and it hit it. It hit that spot every time. The laser gun was precision, was very done well, and whoever designed it is a fucking genius. I'm just gonna be honest. Whoever designed this is a fucking genius. And literally, we got games like that today with the Wii. And even though even though technology is advanced with stuff like that, it has advanced a long ways. It advanced a long ways. But let's get back to the game itself. The game is basically 2 games in one. You could literally do the regular clay shots, or you can actually shoot the ducks. Now, there are some moments where you literally are going to be giggled by literally laughing dog, and it is very annoying. God, I hate that dog. I mean, I don't want to do it, but you know, damn. You'll see in a minute. God, I just had. Sorry, if you guys, will you excuse me for a minute? I gotta go take care of something. Well, I mean, guys, don't look too much into that. I was just playing, people. It's all a bit. I actually do love animals. I actually have some pets of myself that I love. So I'm just saying, it's basically. I understand the whole joke. It's just basically the biggest troll, and that's what he is. But anyway, let's get back to Duck Hunt. Let's figure out why. So while it is still good, let's talk about why it didn't work as over the years, or why we're not getting it. I think one way to look at it is kids grow up. I mean, kids got out of actually trying to shoot animals and went from shooting animals and wanted to see robots. And I think that's what they did with the Super Scope. I think it was more so kids grew up. But even with that said, I mean, that's the point. Kids grow up and kids advance. But there are people who are like me who wasn't born in the age of Nintendo, but actually and guys, look, I'm 33 years old, so I'm 33, so even in the twilight years, I didn't grow up with the NES when it first came out. I was in the Super NES era, and I grew up in that era, but I didn't get to grow with the NES era. And there's a lot of people that, including myself, vastly remembers Duck Hunt. And I was really upset when I heard that the SNES mini console didn't try to put up a light gun or something up like that, which would have been good for the console. And I think the reason why is, like we said, technology advanced. But I think in this generation we have a lot of imitators trying to be the new Duck Hunt, but I think those imitators were not the same as the original Duck Hunt. But let's get out the lab and let's get back and talking about my verdict of the game, or what I think of the game.
So as you can see, Duck Hunt has grown through the years. Everything. Like I said, to say that Duck Hunt is a bad game would be an embarrassment. There's a lot of good that it does, and there's also a lot of bad that it does. But you know, it's just something that there's something that's interesting, because you just want to. You see it does a lot of good things for it, but a lot of bad. But like I said, through the years it's grown better. But how can it get? What can we see from the future of what could we do to improve upon, and what could Nintendo do to bring back the franchise of Duck Hunt? It already, now through generations, as we said, it tried to bring back Duck Hunt through different venues, but we never got the experience of full Duck Hunt. So what would I want from a Duck? What would I want from Duck Hunt? Well, let's go back to the lab and find out what we want from Duck Hunt.
Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. just literally hear me out here. Nintendo should just go ahead and just stop trying to bullshit around and just go ahead with the name Duck Hunt 2. Now, here's what I would do with Duck Hunt 2. Look, the one thing about Duck Hunt that really is a gold mine is everybody, and one thing I can't stand is people will say, well, I mean, it's just 2 games. There's nothing you can do with Duck Hunt. Wrong. I think if you were actually to take the pixelated game and update it a little bit and actually shoot it to where it's pixelated and you shoot the duck sound, I think it would be a very damn good game. This would be very good. Also, you could actually do the Tetris feel. The Tetris, like I said, the Tetris feel. When I mean Tetris feel, I mean actually see what Tetris games. You know how Tetris is. Tetris come out with a different game every year, but Tetris expand upon it every time. And Tetris is still fucking out. And that still baffles me. But even though I'm talking shit about Tetris, that don't mean I hate Tetris. I love Tetris. It's an interesting, it's a fun damn game. Hell, which I argued about which Matt Poole argued why Tetris should be a good drunken game, which, I mean, some people say is good, but he's a fucking moron. It's not really a good idea to play drunk Tetris. Stupid. Dumbass. Anyway, I think if you were to actually expand upon it, bring back the clay disc, bring back the ducks, actually make it to where you can actually do actual fucking shooting range, or actually combine all the games together which use the light gun and just make Duck Hunt 2, where you could do hang them, whatever, do all the little light gun shooters for the NES, bring it on and update it, because everybody does remember the other games for that would use the light gun, but a lot of people just like, oh, that was a game. But when you literally talk about anybody you talk about with Duck Hunt, they'll be like, oh, I remember Duck Hunt. I remember it very well. Interesting. That's the thing that everybody do remember is Duck Hunt. Nobody's not going to forget it. So if you literally do different games and different dynamics of different mini games, because I really do think if they did this and did Duck Hunt 2 instead of Wii fucking Play, I think I would have been more happier with that, because if you literally just did, hey, Duck Hunt 2 and all the other games that you could get with said Wii. And like I said, I think this is a game that could work damn well with the Switch. Another game that I said that could work with the Switch. It's just like I said before in the past. There's games that work with the Switch. This game will work with the Switch. It'll be something very fun to play. Nintendo, I'm giving you fucking ideas and you're not taking them. This is a damn good idea that I think kids would love to play. Literally get to play, literally you could actually make the game to where it looks like a gun or actually feel like a gun and shoot it on screen. I mean, damn, this is something I would play the shit out of. And I would love it. And I think kids would love it, and I think adults would love it. And I think it's something that we would need to this day. But that's what I would do to fix it. Or not only fix it, but in the remake. Duck Hunt 2. Simple. Just like Duck Hunt 2. I know it sounds just, boring, like Duck Hunt 2, but really what you're gonna name it? Duck Hunt Reloaded or something? That'd be stupid. Just Duck Hunt 2. Just simple, generic, interesting, and fun to play with. That's all I had to say. I'm gonna go back to the couch and I'm gonna give you my final thought.
So Duck Hunt, great game series and the whole, interesting premise. Thing that got better over the years, but I think if you brought it back, it's in definite need of a comeback. Very definite, and we will love it. But that's all I have to say about this game, people. This was fun. I really enjoyed this. Really did. I'm hoping that, I really hope that everything is. Oh, Jesus Christ, no! He's back. And he already knows it. Well, guys, we're going to get back to what we do best, reviewing video games, whether it's good or bad.
Bye.